I was making sure everybody heard it, sorry. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our March 20th, 2025 Board of Education meeting. If we can have a roll call, please.
Yes. Ms. Boynton?
Here.
Ms. Turner-Birch? Mr. Akins? Ms. Macklin?
Here.
Ms. Carter?
Here. If we could have Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. All righty. Mrs. Boynton?
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Visitors are always welcome at our board meetings. If you wish to address the board, please complete the form provided upon arrival at the meeting and give it to the treasurer. Oral presentations are limited to 3 minutes each. So that the meeting may proceed uninterrupted, please silence all electronic devices. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All righty, 2.01 is acknowledgement of our goals. You can read those at your leisure. Please do. Section 3, approval of minutes. 3.01, approval of minutes of March 6, 2025 work session. Can I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
It has been motioned by Mrs. Macklin and second by Mrs. Boynton that we approve the minutes from March 6. Can I have is there any questions? Roll call?
Yes. Ms. Macklin?
Yes.
Ms. Boynton?
Yes.
Ms. Carter?
Yes. Passes 3-0. Thank you so much. Let's see.
Representative Brewer.
So next on our list is supposed to be awards, presentations, and communications. We are expecting Representative Darnell Brewer to come. If he comes, we will actually have a motion to move this lower.
Do we have to have
Do we have to have a motion to
move
move it, or because he's not here? I just want to confirm we do this the right way. Do we have to have a motion to move it?
Yeah, I think we can go back to it.
We can come back, okay. So
Yes.
we'll suspend that for this moment. Do we have any, next on our agenda would be audience participation. Do we have any green cards for our participation?
No green cards were presented to me.
Okay, thank you so much. Moving along. I know, like, wait a minute. We have our consent agenda 6.01. Retirees? Okay, do you want to? Okay, can I have a motion to, for our consent agenda?
Motion to approve the consent agenda as it is presented.
Second.
Thank you. It has been motioned by Mrs. Boynton and second by Mrs. Macklin to approve the consent agenda as presented. I'm going to pass it over to our superintendent, Dr. Johnson.
Thank you, Board President, Vice President, Board members. I just want to take this opportunity inside of the consent agenda. We did have one retirement that you approved. Ms. Velvet Mella is here. She currently is at the high school, but I know when I first started here, you were at Heskett Middle School. But we just want to take this time to publicly thank you for your service, and we wish you best in that next journey of life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you have any last words you want to say? Anything? Our retiree? No? Okay. All righty, roll call. Is she here? All righty, we're going to go ahead with roll call if there's no additional questions or comments. No?
Okay.
All righty.
Ms. Boynton?
Yes.
Ms. Macklin?
Yes.
Ms. Carter?
Yes. Motion passes 3-0. Thank you, board. All righty, let's go ahead to 7, which is our superintendent's report.
Good evening once again. This evening I bring before you 7 recommendations. Under 7.01, we ask of your approval of the following contracts so we can continue our partnership with the Autism Fellowship. Under 7.02, we ask of your approval of the following services through our auto collision technology program, our career tech program. I believe you previously approved something similar for our cosmetology program. Under 7.03, we ask of your approval for us to collaborate with this organization in order for us to have our summer bridge program, and that is with the Closing the Achievement Gap and Ms. Erica Wright. Under 7.04, we ask of your approval of the following services. Under 7.05, we ask of your approval of the following separation of service. Under 7.06, I'm not sure if you had any questions about that, but we ask of your approval of the service contract with Certisite. And under 7.07, we ask of your approval of the following exhibit for the facilities plan, for the usage of our facilities.
Perfect, thank you. All right, can I have a motion to, do we want to take these as one, or do we want to do individual?
I do want to know about 7.06, so.
Yeah. Go ahead, Adam.
Perfect.
You had a question?
We can have Adam,
Yeah.
we do have a question about the Certisite.
Come up there.
Yes,
Yes.
I just want you to share and explain it to me.
Hello,
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
good to see you all.
She had a question.
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
can explain the
Oh, she was just
service.
wanted you to
Just tell me a
explain.
little bit
Oh,
about it.
explain it. So,
Yes.
Certisite is a fire monitoring alarm company. And we use them a lot annually for our checks for fire extinguishers and things like that. And they are much cheaper than what we have been spending for US Protective as well. So it's just all around a much better option for our buildings. And, you know, that would just be the one-time charge of that 7,000, whatever it is, and then it would drop from there significantly.
You said it's much cheaper, what was it before?
I
Just-
believe,
Oh, around, I'm just curious.
we were paying around $6,000 to $7,000 a year, and with this, it'd be around $2,700 a year.
Thank you, Adam.
Of course.
Thank you for that savings.
Thank you. It's a big savings. It's a big
Thank you, thank
savings.
you, and thank you. Did you have any questions, Mrs. Macklin? No. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you so much for that. Any additional questions about 7? Do we want to take it as a whole or do them separate?
It's fine.
Can-
Take it as a
Consent.
whole.
As a whole.
Alrighty. Can I have a motion to accept the superintendent's report?
Motion to accept the superintendent's report as read.
Second.
It has been motioned by Mrs. Macklin and seconded by Mrs. Boynton that we accept the superintendent's report as presented. We've had our questions. Can I have roll call, please?
Yes. Ms. Macklin?
Yes.
Ms. Boynton?
Yes.
Ms. Carter?
Yes. Thank you. Board passes 3-0. Before we move on, I do, because next will be an executive session, I do see one of our babies here in the audience for indoor track. You have been doing a great job, so I just want to give you a big old hand of applause. Can you stand up and show everybody your cute face? Keep, yes, is she on here? Go ahead. Yeah,
Hi,
she's gonna- yeah.
Mr. Commander, I didn't know if you wanted to say
I was just gonna
anything,
say,
or if she wanted to
Tracy was
say
here.
something about her achievements.
Hi, good evening. I can brag on her a little bit. So, Amaya, you want to stand up real quick? So, Miss Amaya Hardame here. So, a couple things. But number one, she's probably one of the top sophomores in the state in track and field. She was part of, we clap that up. She well-trained by her aunt. We won't get it, but yeah.
I mean,
All
if
right,
my aunt wants to stand
well-trained.
up, she could.
So, but in all honesty, Amaya is a very hardworking student and athlete, so a student athlete. So again, kind of what we strive for, one of the things that I speak to up here. She's also part of our athletic leadership team for the conference. As a sophomore, that's no small feat. I believe she was part of the 16th ranked 4x2 relay in the state last year. 16th. And as of indoor track season that just finished, they're now the second fastest 4x2 team in the state. So, also, she's a multi-sport athlete. As you can see, she's rocking her new flag football sweatsuit. So, our flag football team, I believe, is going to be on. Were they getting their stuff together and coming over? Okay. So we'll pause on them. We'll come back to them. But yeah, so I do definitely want to speak to that because I'm very proud of her, as well as all of our track athletes, all of our student athletes in general. But when you have a freshman who can come in and make the impact that she's made, I see her only getting better, and us with her.
Nice, thank you so much. I will say I'm so proud of you. I have seen you grow from itty bitty to where you are now. I know your parents are proud, your auntie is proud, so keep up the great work, and keep showing the world what Bearcats can do.
You know what I'm gonna say. But it's in her blood. I seen her aunt, when she was here, I was here, and she was involved, and her mom was involved, and it's just in her blood on both sides of her family. But I just want to remind you, you gotta take me to Chuck E. Cheese. And I mean, I was gonna take you, but I'm gonna wait for you to get your license, and you can take me.
Congratulations, congratulations. A lot going on. And 4 more years? 3 more years? Wow,
She's
great.
a sophomore, so she got 2 more
You
years.
got 2 more years.
She got 2 more.
I'm sorry, I want to make it longer than it is. 2 more years, great job. I remember I was like that when I was a freshman too. This is a joke. No, but anyway, great job. Congratulations.
Definitely great job. I just wanted to make sure we pointed that out fairly quickly. I saw you here. All right, so for 8.01, we're going to enter into executive session. If I can have a motion?
Motion to go, enter into executive session to discuss with the board's legal counsel of disputes involving the board that are the subject of imminent court action.
Thank you.
Wow, what a mouthful.
Second.
It has been motioned by Mrs. Boynton and second by Mrs. Macklin that we enter into executive session. At this time, we will ask everyone to step out. Once we are done with this executive session, we will be coming in to finish out our agenda and voting on a few more things. Thank you so much.
Roll call.
Thank you. Yeah, we're coming
Oh,
back.
roll call, I'm sorry, yes.
8.01.
Ms. Boynton,
Yes.
Ms. Macklin,
Yes.
Ms. Turner Birch,
Yes.
Ms. Carter.
Yes, thank you. Motion passes 4-0. They're here for that, okay. Alrighty, thank you. Again, I don't know how long it'll be. I'm hoping no more than 30 minutes. But we're gonna